Hey, I'm Darknoth, hope y'all are doing well. In this video, I'll be showing you how to build Sushang. The best relic set for Sushang is the physical set, which is the champion of streetwise boxing, which gives you 10% physical damage and 5% attack every time she gets hit or when she attacks for the rest of the battle, stacking up to 5 times. So this is basically a 25% attack buff for the entire fight, which is really good. You can also use the musketeer set, which gives you attack percentage, a little bit of speed and basic attack damage. You can also use 2-piece musketeer and a 2-piece streetwise boxing. For the planar ornaments, the best set is Inert Salsoto, which gives you 8% crit rate and then gives you 15% ultimate and follow-up attack damage bonus when your crit rate goes over 50%, which is what you want to aim for. You can also use Space Sealing Station, which just gives you attack and gives you more attack when your speed reaches 120 or higher. You can also use the energy set if you have good substats on these pieces. 5% energy is nice to have on most characters in the game. So now let's talk about the main stats for the relic pieces. For the body, you want to have crit rate or crit damage depending on how much crit rate you already have. If you have at least 50 to 60% crit rate, you can go for crit damage. For the boots, you want to go for attack percent or speed. You want to aim around 140-ish speed when you're in battle. Her skill does give her a speed buff, so with substats, if you can get to 140 speed, you can go for attack percent, or if you're using a speed buffer, you can go for attack percent. But if that's not the case, you want to go for speed here to hit that 140 speed when you start doing the later Memory of Chaos stages. For the spear, you want physical damage. For the rope, you want to have attack percentage. The best light cone for Sushang for 5 stars is In the Night, giving her 18% crit rate at Superimpose 1 and then gives you 6% basic attack and skill damage bonus and 12% crit damage for your ultimate, and this stacks up to 6 times depending on your speed. For every 10 speed you get 1 stack of this buff. Even at 140 speed, which you want to aim for, you will get 4 stacks, and you can go for higher speed to take advantage of this buff. The second 5-star light cone is basically a stat stick. It gives you 30% crit damage at Superimpose 1, which is really what you're using this for, as the second buff is only activated once every 3 turns. So it's nice, but it's not that good. The free 5-star Hunt light cone is also really good. It gives you 16% crit rate right away and gives you another 16% crit rate on enemies below half health, which is also really nice, and gives you 40% attack when you defeat an enemy. Just the crit rate alone makes this really good, as this is a pretty nice crit rate stat stick, which will make building her a lot easier. For the 4-star light cones, the best light cone for Sushang is Swordplay, which is her own light cone, giving her 8% damage bonus every time she attacks the same enemy, stacking up to 5 times, so that's a 40% damage bonus at Superimpose 1. Now you do have to target a single enemy to get this damage buff, but it's pretty easy to stack up because the multiple hits of a skill are counted separately. So when Sushang hits her skill and she hits multiple times, she will get multiple stacks of this buff. So it's pretty easy to hit max stacks even if you're not hyper focusing on a single enemy and you're trying to kill ads. The second best option you have is Subscribe for More, which increases basic and skill attack by 24%, and it gives you another 24% increase when your energy is max. This is really good, as Sushang's most of her damage comes from her skill, so this 24% alone for the first is really nice. The second line of this buff is conditional. You'll have to do a skill before you do your burst, and the first skill will get the buff, and then after you burst, Sushang will get another turn and you can use her skill again, which will not get this buff. But just the first line alone makes this really good. River Flows in Spring is nice. It gives you 8% speed and 12% damage bonus, but if you get hit, this will disappear and you have to wait for an entire turn in order to get it again. So it's okay if you don't have any other options. Only Silence Remains is okay. The 16% attack is whatever, but the crit rate is nice if you're fighting a boss enemy, but the moment they summon ads, you're gonna just lose this effect. And the Battle Pass light cone is good. It gives you 12% crit rate, which alone makes it really good. It's just a crit rate stat stick. The debuff removal is not that great. It is only a 16% chance, but I guess it might come in handy here and there, and if you refine it, it does go up. So if that's something you want to do, you can do that. For the traces, you want to prioritize leveling her skill, as this is where most of her damage comes from, followed by her burst and then her talent. And you can go for the basic if you want later on. And that is a short guide on how to build Sushang. If you found this helpful, consider leaving a like. If you have any questions or corrections, you can leave them down below in the comments. And if you want to see more videos like this, be sure to sub to the channel. I'm Darknoth, thanks for watching, have a good one.